Hello, Dr. Danielle Peebles, a chiropractic physician, is our guest today on The Bernie Hayes Show. And welcome back. I'm Bernie Hayes, and Dr. Danielle Peebles is our guest today. Dr. Peebles, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm great. What is a chiropractic physician?
A chiropractic physician is, by definition, a physician who offers health treatment without using medicine. And so we align the joints to make sure that the nervous system is functioning at its best, and then it allows the body to continue to do its work and heal in its time.
So they'll call you a chiropractor, would that be correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you are a chiropractor.
Yes.
A chiropractic physician is just a different name for that. Okay, it says here that you're a trailblazer in the field of helping tackle healthcare disparities through chiropractic care. How do you do that?
Well, the first thing I do is definitely educate my patient on what it is that I am doing as I'm adjusting them. They're quite surprised to find that I am affecting so many of the systems throughout the body with their adjustment. They assume I'm just making them feel good. But I say no, with my specific adjustments, going to specific areas of the back or the neck, I am impacting the health of particular organs. So for example, with my women, a lot of women have troubles with their menstrual cycles. And so when they come to me, I am able to improve the menstrual flow. I am able to sometimes decrease on average by a day for their menstrual cycle. I'm able to improve their mood and even sometimes their menstrual flow altogether. Whereas with the men, more specifically impactful is with their prostrate. They are able to experience a decrease sometimes in their PSA numbers as they are having their lower back adjusted. So those disparities I am definitely impacting while I'm treating them. Another one is addressing their high blood pressure. They are surprised that when they're laying on my table, I can pinpoint at exact times like, hey, your blood pressure is running a little high. Let's check these numbers out.
Wow, that's unbelievable. It says one of your major accomplishments has been Pro Health Family Chiropractic, which was founded in 2007. Well, what is that?
Pro Health Family Chiropractic is my personal office. And I was just excited that I was able to create an establishment that will be able to be in the community and educate them as well as treat them and get them better. So I was very excited about that.
How can they reach you there?
They can reach me by phone at area code 314-607-9150. Or I can be reached by email at drdannyp@yahoo.com. I also have a website, www.stlprohealth.com.
Why did you choose to become a chiropractor?
It's interesting. I always wanted to be in the field of neurology. I was at one point on track to become a neurosurgeon. And then my mentor asked me, have you ever thought about being a chiropractor? And I said, no, I know my back needs one. But she said, I want you to consider it because I really wanted to be a neurosurgeon at one point. But she asked me a very important question, and that was, do you want a family? I said, yes, I would like a family. Why do you ask that? She said, well, are you aware of the amount of time that you will be committing to your career versus your family? And it made me take a pause. And so I started to check into the chiropractic field because it was still parallel to working with the nervous system of the body, which was my interest. And upon research, I was so excited, and my excitement continued to grow as I learned more and more about what it does, what it takes to become a chiropractor, as well as what we're doing with the body.
I understand that you're going to also help persons with chronic sinus conditions. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Oh, this is so much fun for me to treat in my office, especially when people don't even realize that they have sinus issues. So when I am assessing their neck, there are certain areas in the neck that is directly tied to the nerve that controls the function of the sinuses. And so I would adjust that. And adjustment is me lining up the joints to make sure the nerves are not being irritated and creating the symptoms that are associated with the sinuses. So once I do the adjustment, I also do a technique on the face. It's a light tapping on the forehead, and that actually opens up their sinuses right there on the table. So patients are very in awe. They're very amazed that I'm able to get results so quickly and allow them to breathe easier before even leaving the office.
That's amazing. Before we go into the St. Louis University graduate and your doctorate from chiropractic Logan, tell us about Danielle Peebles. Are you from St. Louis?
I am.
And tell us about your education here in grammar school through high school and college.
Well, I am a product of the St. Louis Public Schools. I matriculated through that system. I started at Ashland Elementary School before transferring to Sticks and going through the magnet school program. Mm-hmm. I graduated from Metro Academic and Classical High School before going off to St. Louis University.
Okay. And tell us about your experiences at St. Louis University and Logan Chiropractic.
At St. Louis University, I studied chemistry, so I have my bachelor's in chemistry with a minor in math. I love math, and I love chemistry as well, but math is definitely, it gets me excited in that nerdy, smart fashion. But math, I love it. So while at St. Louis University, I studied chemistry and math, and then I matriculated to Logan College of, well, now it's Logan University. Mm-hmm. And so there I acquired my doctorate degree of chiropractic.
What do you study at the chiropractic university at Logan? I mean, what are some of the courses, the curricula? Well,
I love telling how going through Logan is so interesting. So mm-hmm. At Logan, my first trimesters they're very challenging, first of all. The first trimester I had 26 credit hours. So when I signed up and they said, you have 26 credit hours for your first semester, I said, is that a translation? Like, is that 18 hours in undergrad, 21? They said, no, it's 26. I was like, oh, okay. So I couldn't picture what that was. Well, 26 hours were 13 classes. And I was in school from 7:20 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., Monday through Friday. So the first semester was 26 credit hours. And they said, oh, you're still here. So it's 27 this semester. What?
That's quite a bit. That's cool.
And this continued each semester until one semester I had 33 and a half credit hours to get through. And I was going to school Sunday to Sunday. So while I had my classes Monday through Friday, I also had classes Saturday and Sunday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Did you ever think about quitting?
Quitting doesn't really reside in my vocabulary. So I didn't think of quitting. I said, I got to get through this. And I just kept my head down. If I had brought my head up for air to figure out what I was doing and seeing how much I was doing, I probably could have quit, but I kept my head down and just kept pushing. And I said, okay, the end is near. The end is near.
Well, this is wonderful. Are you proud now that you are a chiropractor?
I am proud every day. Every day I get excited as if it was the first day in office. I cheer, I dance. In my office, everyone that comes in is very excited. We're laughing. We're having fun because I say you're already in pain, so we shouldn't even be angry. Let's just laugh and heal in the process. And so usually patients are come to my office having fun, and they bring me joy every day that they come in there. That's
wonderful. The name Peebles, when I asked you a couple of weeks ago, did you have any relationship in Kenlock? But I guess all the Peebles are from Kenlock in some
They are.
Right?
We're quite numerous.
Yeah. I mentioned Evelyn Rice Peebles, and I mentioned Ann Peebles, a singer, and so many Jack Peebles.
Yes.
So I assume there's some relationship between each and every one of you. We're going to take a short break here because I want to come back and ask you some other things, especially about the book that you authored and some other interesting things that you've done.
Okay.
We're here at the New Life Evangelistic Center, 2428 Woodson Road in Overland, Missouri. Reverend Larry Rice has been here for a long time now, but is still trying to reopen 1411 Locust Street. And he's here to tell you more about that also. We'll be right back with Dr. Peebles after this.
Will you help New Life Evangelistic Center get back into 1411 Locust Street? Your tax-deductible gifts are urgently needed at this particular time, and there's many different ways that we're working to get back in that facility. One of the ways is to continue to inform the community through the Bernie Hayes Show and other programs. And if you haven't supported the Bernie Hayes Show and the work of New Life Evangelistic Center, please do it now. It's urgently needed. Your gifts are deeply appreciated. So many homeless people are waiting to get back into 1411 Locust, and so many others need the direct help that New Life is trying to provide at this time, but it's facing some real financial needs, and that's why your gift is very, very important. And to express our thankfulness for all of you that are sharing your gifts, we want to send you this special Bernie Hayes cup. It's my wife's favorite drinking cup. She loves to drink out of this cup, and this is actually the only coffee cup she wants to use is the Bernie Hayes cup. There's something very special about this cup, and we'll send it to each one of you that share a gift of $25 or more with the New Life Evangelistic Center and ask for your Bernie Hayes cup. It's P.O. Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri, that's 63166. Your gift will not only help us get back into the 1411 Locust building, but will help our first responders that are on the streets, the first responders that we have out there day after day, night after night. It will help keep our women and children in our safe houses, continue to keep our training programs open, our worldwide mission work, whether it's in India, Haiti, Africa, so many different things the New Life Evangelistic Center is doing. In addition to NLEC TV, tell your family and friends about it. Put it on your phone. Put on your get that phone app on all your friends' phones so that they can all see the Bernie Hayes Show or go to 24.2. It's your prayers and gifts that make all of this possible. I thank God for those of you who continue to pray for the reopening of 1411 Locust and the work of New Life Evangelistic Center. There's so many obstacles we're facing as we try to help the homeless, but we're going to continue to give it to God. We're going to continue to pray. We're going to continue to work, but we need you to partner with us. So again, it's New Life Evangelistic Center, P.O. Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri, that's 63166. I thank God for each one of you that are praying, caring, and sharing.
And welcome back. My guest is Dr. Danielle Peebles. She's a chiropractor, or we call her a chiropractic physician. And Dr. Peebles, education, you says, is very important in your life. It says Dr. Peebles' dedication to education is expressed in many avenues. Her dedication extends to teaching at St. Louis College of Health Careers, where she stresses the importance of core courses such as mathematics. Tell us about your college career, your teaching career, St. Louis College of Health and Careers.
Yes, so in the mornings prior to going to my practice, I am an adjunct faculty member at St. Louis College of Health Careers. And I am one of their general education instructors. What that means is I could be found in your anatomy, your physiology class, or I could be in your math. Now, while I did teach anatomy and physiology at one point, my passion, as I've mentioned, is math. With math, I tell people with math, I can literally pull up 1 minute before class, walk in and teach the whole course. I don't need the textbook. I tell the students I am the textbook. Wow. And that's because I just love math so much, and it just comes so naturally from me as if I'm speaking. So math is my passion, but I have been an instructor of many subjects at St. Louis College of Health Careers, namely A&P, kinesiology, and math.
Okay, how can we reach you again? Information?
What did you say?
What information how can we reach you?
Oh, you can reach me by phone at area code 314-607-9150, or you can reach me by email at drdanniep@yahoo.com, or by website www.stlprohealth.com.
Can the chiropractic medicines impact persons with dementia or Alzheimer's or other mental illnesses?
So, first of all, we don't cure anything, but the other bodily functions that are impacted by Alzheimer's and dementia can be improved with chiropractic. I did have one patient that comes to mind. One of the symptoms that her family was really concerned about was the excessive watering of the mouth, or drooling, if you will, and just her overall discomfort as far as her posture and positioning. And they were able to see the watering of the mouth, the drooling improve, her function improve, and she seemed to be a little bit more alert after getting adjusted. So we did see quite a bit of improvement with chiropractic. And so I enjoy doing that service, especially for someone with Alzheimer's.
Chiropractic is a hand-on experience. Any people say reluctant because of COVID?
So it's great that you mentioned that it's hands-on. Yes, the name chiropractic means the practice of hands. And while that we're known for, I don't like the phrase cracking the back, but I actually do not crack the back. I actually use a tool. It's a spring-loaded blunt tip tool. And what it does is actually just lightly thump the joint back in place, and you're face down the whole time. So it's not a lot of face-to-face contact in my office while getting treated. And so actually everyone loves this tool, from the babies. Yes, I adjust babies. So it's from babies on up to my most seasoned patients in their 90s.
How would one know a baby or an infant needs a chiropractor?
Babies that are generally crying all the time or not getting any sleep, they just seem to be constantly agitated, or if they're gassy, and chiropractic helps with them. My youngest patient was 2 weeks old.
Wow, that's amazing. Now let's get to the fun part. It says she is the author of Sex Sent Me to the Chiropractor.
Absolutely.
Tell us about that book.
So as I've mentioned several times throughout the show, I am an educator.
Yes.
And I wanted to find a way to educate the community about chiropractic. And most marketing techniques come through 3 avenues: sex, money, and drugs. So since chiropractic does not prescribe drugs, chiropractors do not prescribe drugs or work in that capacity, I couldn't come to you through the point of drugs. Most people think chiropractic is expensive, so I didn't want to come from that angle. So there's sex. And people are often concerned about their performance, and they have all these great ideas about how chiropractic and sex goes together. It's so entertaining to hear people's vivid imagination. And so with the book, at least I could draw you in with the title. Okay, Sex Sent Me to the Chiropractor. Well, what am I doing in the bedroom or wherever that will make me go to the chiropractor? But with the book, not only do I mention the impact of chiropractic on sex and performance, but I'm actually addressing issues with the sexual reproductive system. So I'm addressing miscarriages. I'm addressing pregnancy, menstrual flow, erectile dysfunction. Those are the topics that I'm covering with the characters in the book.
How can we get the book?
You can find the book on Amazon.com, and they will have it shipped. Or if you happen to be in the St. Louis area and want to stop by the office, we have books in the office.
And where is that located?
And we're located at 5621 Delmar Boulevard, Suite 106.
You said that really, really fast.
Once again, it's at 5621 Delmar Boulevard.
5621.
Yes, sir.
Delmar Boulevard, okay.
Suite 106.
Suite 106. Now, proximity to Kings Highway or Union?
So we're between De Bolivar and Clara.
Okay, between De Bolivar and Clara.
Yes, we're in the high-rise apartment building. We're
Okay.
2 doors east of Peebles Clinic, not to be associated with Dr. Peebles, but I'm 2 doors east of Peebles Clinic in that apartment high-rise building on the 1st floor.
You know, Dr. Peebles, I don't know if I know of any other female chiropractors. Have you suffered or been a victim of gender discrimination in your
I
field?
couldn't hear you. Would you repeat that?
Have you been, or are you now the victim of gender discrimination in your practice?
No, I can't say right off that I have been.
Okay, that's great. So even through all the schooling that you've had through the St. Louis University and Logan Chiropractic, you were pretty okay.
I was actually. I had a pretty uneventful, not that everyone did, but my journey, my path was very uneventful. I had so much support throughout the whole journey. But I do know of people who have had issues, so I'm not blind to it, but I personally didn't have.
Sure. Okay. Sigma Gamma Rho. Tell us about your sorority.
I am a member of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. And with them, they have been the most supportive. I love working with my sorors and their families. And there was a time during my last semester at Logan University, we have to make sure we have, at the time that I was there, you had to make sure you acquired so many marketing hours. And I felt like the opportunities weren't numerous for me, especially being a resident of the city of St. Louis, yet the clinics were out in Chesterfield, St. Charles, and I had to bring in new patients. So when the opportunity is not there, I've been taught to create your opportunity. And so I had the opportunity to create an all chiropractic health fair, and I combined with the support of Logan University and Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority. They gave me the opportunity to actually put on this health fair for the community to teach them what it is that we do as chiropractors.
That's great. We'll take us another short break. Back with Dr. Danielle Peebles after this.
So many people are being left on the streets homeless all day long without anywhere to go because downtown St. Louis continues to fight efforts to reopen 1411 Locust. Yes, the downtown neighborhood organization that has continued to fight the New Life Evangelistic Center for the reopening of 1411 Locust and lobbied the Slay administration, the Cruzan administration to keep it closed and close it down must be strongly resisted at this particular time. We have a new mayor. I believe she cares about the homeless. Tashara Jones needs our support. And that's why I'm asking the Burning Hayes viewers to please consider doing such. If you'll join me in prayer over this, if you'll join me in resisting these special interest groups, if you want to believe the time for action is now, please contact me. I'm Larry Rice at P.O. Box 473, St. Louis, Missouri, at 63166. You can call me at 314-421-3020. I thank God for faithful viewers of Burning Hayes, and now the time for action has come.
Our Black History subject for today is Aretha Franklin. Aretha Louise Franklin was born March 25, 1942 to Barbara Siggers and Reverend C.L. Franklin in Memphis, Tennessee. They permanently relocated the family to Detroit when Reverend Franklin took over pastorship of the New Bethel Baptist Church. When Franklin was 12, her father began managing her. He helped her sign her first recording deal with JVB Records. During this time, Franklin would occasionally travel with the Soul Stirrers and spent summers at the gospel circuit in Chicago staying with the staple singers. At the age of 16, she went on the tour with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., where she would eventually and ultimately sing at his funeral in 1968. Columbia Records signed her in 1960. In 1966, Aretha signed with Atlantic Records, and by 1968, Franklin began recording more pop music, reaching the top 10 on the R&B chart with this ballad called Running Out of Fools. In 1980, after leaving Atlantic Records, Franklin signed with Arista Records. In 2010, Franklin canceled a number of concerts and had surgery for an undisclosed tumor. Franklin died at her home August 16, 2018, at age 76. Aretha Franklin.
There are so many women and children experiencing homelessness in the United States and throughout the world. You can be a part of the difference today by partnering alongside New Life Evangelistic Center and the work that they're doing to save women and children's lives who are experiencing homelessness. In St. Louis, we have safe houses where women are able to find the rest that they need and the job, training, and transitioning from going from homelessness to housed. You can make a difference by partnering with us financially today. Another way you can help is the women and children in India who are experiencing brokenness and hurt and pain. Donate to New Life today to make a huge difference in their lives. There are so many people who are hurting, but you can make a difference in the life of the individual today by partnering alongside New Life Evangelistic Center.
Hello, I'm Larry Rice, and I'm inviting you to join me daily on the New Life Facebook page. Something new, something exciting every day. So go to facebook.com/NewLifeSTL and discover what's happening on a daily basis as New Life Evangelistic Center begins to share with you a wide variety of subjects. I look forward to visiting you on the Facebook page. Remember, there's so much just waiting for you at that particular page.
And welcome back. Dr. Danielle Peebles, chiropractor, is my guest today. And Dr. Peebles, they say that you're the doctor's doctor. What does that mean?
as the doctor's doctor, I take care of not all of them, not yet. I'm working on all of them.
Okay.
But I'm taking care of the physicians as well. I have internists that come to me, optometrists, podiatrists. I've had nurse practitioners, other colleagues in the field of chiropractic that I take care of. So I am definitely a trusted doc within the healthcare parameters. So yes, I'm the doctor's doc.
So if someone wanted you to come out and demonstrate or work on some patients actually in the field, in the community, how would they reach you and why?
And when it comes to the community, I love demonstrating and speaking. And so I put on a hands-on, I call it performance because I love being on stage. So I put on a hands-on performance where I engage the audience and help them to understand what it is that I'm doing as a chiropractor and what I'm looking at, what I'm looking for, how to assess things. And they tend to have fun pretending to be chiropractors. And you can reach me, as I've said, by phone, area code 314-607-9150, or via email, DrDannyP@yahoo.com. And you can check out my website at www.stlprohealth.com.
Okay, so if they wanted you to come to them, you would bring your table and
I
other
sure would.
instruments that you might need?
Yes.
So tell us about that.
So usually I have a portable table with me. And if I was to come to a community event, depending on the numbers and what exactly is the focus of the event, I do perform services such as a body reading. So I love doing this with my patients. A body reading is where I can actually lay you on the table and tell you what's going on with your body without you telling me what's going on. And my patients love to have fun with this. So some days they'll come in and say, I'm not going to tell you what's wrong with me. I'm going to see if you find it. And then they are so shocked and so tickled when I say, oh, so you slept on the couch this weekend, huh? Or you've been sitting in that bed watching TV and I told you that's not in your favor. And they're just so tickled, like, how can you tell? So they'll usually come in and spill the beans on themselves when they come in. Okay, Dr. Peebles, because I already know you're going to find it. Well, let me just tell you, I did this over the weekend.
Okay. If you matriculated through St. Louis University, I assume your practice may be faith-driven. You're faith-driven also. Tell us about your faith a little bit.
Say that again.
Tell us a little bit about your faith.
Oh, yes. I am a Christian. I am a member of Central Baptist Church here in St. Louis. And I'm very, very often in prayer about everything. If we had the time for it, I would actually explain how chiropractic was more God's move than my move. I knew he wanted me in the field of neurology, but I thought he wanted me to cut people up, so I thought it was neurosurgery. And he was like, no, my child, I want you to be a chiropractor. And so he opened doors that I didn't even know were going to open. Once I shifted that path, everything just moved for me so well.
Is there a particular length of time that certain practices are held? Say if I want you to adjust my back, how long would that take? And then any other, say my sinuses, is there a length of time associated with all these different practices?
Well, in my office, now there are over 200 techniques for adjusting the body.
Wow.
And so I specialize in the technique of activator methods. I also do diversified and I do the Logan basic technique. However, in my office, I tell my patients, give me 3 adjustments. Give me 3 adjustments and you will have major improvement.
Okay. We're just about out of time. I just want to say thank you so much, Danielle Peebles.
Thank you for having me.
Dr.
It's been a
Peebles,
joy.
it's such a pleasure. And once again, your phone number?
My phone number is 314-607-9150.
And God bless you and continue to be safe and continue to do what you're doing. The community needs you and we need you. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
And each one of you, we want to thank each and one of you for supporting the New Life Evangelistic Center. We're 2428 Woodson Road in Overland, Missouri, 63114. I'm Bernie Hayes. Have a great day and please stay safe.